a moment of silence, and then we'll go to that point. If you could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, that'd be great. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, thank you so very much. You may be seated. All right. Do I have, let me pull out my writing utensil. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda as written?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Shanae.
I second.
Shirley with the second. And all in favor? Okay, thank you very much. Financial report team, you're up.
Good evening. Is this on?
Maybe?
Do we know? Maybe this?
Try that one.
Is that it?
There you go.
Okay.
Winner.
Good evening. We're reporting tonight on June 23, July, and August for fiscal year closeout. We came in right on target with our revenues, right at 100%. Our expenditures for the general fund came in at 96% of budgeted expenditures. I'm happy to report that the financial report processes that y'all have put in place over the last few years have resulted in us having a healthy fund balance of about $6 million to close out FY23. Just to summarize, moving into 24, that sounds like an awful lot of money. We do have some challenges coming up, mainly that our federal ESSER money, the money that the government sent out for COVID, is coming to a close, dwindling really fast. We have our health insurance needs and increases with our non-certified that's fully locally funded. We're heavily reliant on our state funds for FTE, as well as our impact aid and equalization funds. And for our state equalization funds, that's about $2 million of $13 million in the upcoming year. And that's something that we have no control over. So the legislature really drives that. So we have to kind of maintain that that thought that we may always get that amount of money. So taking that into account, the budget that we have in place for FY24, I do believe is sound, and we're in good shape for FY24. Before we move into the cash flow reports for general fund, nutrition, and SPLOST, I'd like to add that based on your desire to plan for the future and to be good stewards of our tax dollars moving forward, we are presenting an action item tonight for transfer of a portion of that general fund balance over to the capital projects fund. And basically what that does is that solidifies your commitment to those funds for future capital outlay projects. So we're excited about that.
Ms.
And that
Lori,
can go
what
for
could be a capital outlay project?
a new building, the renovation of a building. I think one of the biggest things that we're dealing with right now is just growth in FTE. Yep. So it will be great to have the flexibility to be able to address those needs as they happen. A lot of times with the state grants, that's years out. It takes a while to get there. So the good thing about putting this money aside is it will be earning interest, so it will continue to grow. The other good thing is we will be saving on the interest expense. Historically, our district has relied heavily on bonds, which comes at a cost, and then also lease energy agreements, which come at a cost. So, and it also provides you with flexibility in your planning and design of your future capital outlay projects. So, very exciting. With a turn to the cash flows for the general fund, your reports include June, July, and August. In June, we started with a balance of a little more than $6.4 million. Nothing terribly exciting in June, July, and August. We ended August with right over $6 million. Mainly, the decline is due to just the cost in getting ready for the new school year. Nothing really new or exciting in that area. Our nutrition continues to hold right at $235,000. Nothing really big going on there. Our SPLOST has continued to grow. We started in June at $1.8 million, and we are up to around 2.3 million at this point. And that includes the funds that you set aside earlier this year for our debt service for 24. So that is covered with that. So I think with that, I think we're good. Y'all have any questions, comments? No.
Okay, thank you so very much. Concludes that. I think it's you.
It is.
Yep.
So we're going to begin with our information only, and to start with, we're going to do our learning moment about teaching and learning, and our high school is going to share information about our work with advanced placement and College Board.
Good evening. So we have an advanced placement program that had a lot of success last year, so we want to highlight it for you tonight, and two of our students that made great achievements in it as well. We had AP many years ago. It didn't progress the way we envisioned, so we took a break from it and just went with dual enrollment, which is our college credit classes. And dual enrollment has been thriving. Kids are doing great. They're meeting the rigor and the expectations of the college classes. So we decided to bring AP back last year. So we brought AP Language back, and it did so well that now we have AP Environmental Science this year as well. All through our partnership with the NIMSI, the National Math Science Initiative. So they trained our teachers, flew them out to Dallas and San Antonio, and trained them, provided a whole year of support, and it has really helped us. And Ms. Walker is the teacher for the AP Language, and she's going to tell you about the class and recognize two of her students that made great achievements this year.
Excuse me. Thank you. As Dr. Rodriguez said, last year the Chatco partnered with the National Math and Science Initiative. Our primary goal was to increase access and really transform culture and to offer more STEM opportunities for our students. And we achieved that. We're very proud. As she said, we traveled to Texas as teams from the middle school for laying the foundation for the program, and then the high school for the advanced placement or the AP classes. These classes, the AP Language, or AP Lang as we call it, is rigorous and it's arduous. Students, I think, is a love-hate relationship with it. However, I will say that the process truly empowers and equips students to truly succeed and thrive at college and career. As the AP Language teacher, I had the privilege and the responsibility of teaching two young women, whom we are here to recognize. It's Laura Maynard and Sophia Hayes. I can't say enough about these young women. Their willingness to embrace the rigor and the challenge of AP Lang was exceptional. Their academic achievement is exceptional. Both of these young women are awardees of the College Board's Big Future National Recognition Program. And in addition to that, both of them also are the first in Chatco history to receive the College Board's National Rural and Small Town Recognition. And these are based upon their overall GPA, but mostly on their outstanding performance on the AP Lang test. I cannot say enough good things. Everyone, please join me for a round of applause congratulating these two wonderful women.
Good evening. Again, I'm Dr. Burke. I'm the new principal for Chatco High, new proud principal. Please give some applause for Ms. Walker. Being an AP teacher is very hard work. The level of grading and the rigor in assessing those students is really hard. So she goes above and beyond. And Dr. Brooks asked me to come and talk to you guys a little bit about AP. As many of you know, I come from a Columbus school where we have a great many AP courses, so I feel as if I can speak to the importance of those. I kind of thought, well, what am I going to say about AP? I want to tell you about the advantages of advanced placement classes and why I'm going to work very hard to add them here at Chatco and give your students and your children more opportunities. We have dual enrollment, and it's great, and a lot of people choose that. It's a great way to earn college credit. But AP is on a different kind of level at times. It's college level classwork that we give our students. It gives you, if you make certain scores on the advanced placement exam, it'll give you college credit, which is like money in your pocket. It helps you improve your academic skills. We talked about the rigor, and it gives you a competitive advantage. Many of our higher level universities, like the University of Georgia or Auburn, I don't want to miss somebody's school, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. They won't always, they prefer AP over some of our like dual enrollments from smaller universities. So it gives you a little bit of an academic advantage. And many times those classes are also weighted. So I'm just very proud of what we've started here. It's hard to get teachers trained. It's great that this district supports the advanced placement curriculum.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As we do our department update with school safety, I just want to also, on behalf of the board, congratulate our teachers, but our students for the hard work that you have done, and also being an amazing example and model to your peers and showing them doing hard things matters. And we want to thank Fort Moore. Our partnership with NIMSY occurred because of because of the base. They helped us get the NIMSY grant so that we were able to do all of this training and all of the text and resources at absolutely no cost. So we appreciate our partners at Fort Moore and how they help us support our children and support all of Chatco. Next is our department update on school safety, and we have Chief Harrelson.
All right, my name's Ray Harrelson. I'm the chief of our school police department. I want to go over a few things what we have started this year and implemented. So over the summer, the governor passed the Safe Schools Act, which required all schools in the state of Georgia to add a crisis alert system to our schools. We already had it at the elementary school. We added it here. It's called Centegix. Part of the Safe Schools Act, we also are required to do certain intruder drills one time a year. This year, we're going to do them 3 times a year, just switch out some fire drills. And we actually did one last week at the elementary school, which I thought was pretty successful. And what we did is I used the sheriff's deputy from our local sheriff's office, put him in a bright orange shirt, had no type of weapon, and we just let him in the school. And it took a few minutes for our teachers to pick up on him, but he was out of the view of any students. We just wanted our teachers to constantly be scanning and looking for any people who shouldn't be in our schools. And majority of our teachers are really good about this. I've even had teachers come to me and tell me, hey, I stopped this guy in the hallway. I didn't know who he was, and it's a guy working our cameras, or it's one of our AC guys, or something. And believe it or not, our teachers were pretty excited about doing these types of drills, which made me happy and makes my job a lot easier. Our Centegix system is also integrated with our sheriff's office through their 911 dispatch, which will alert all our local law enforcement and our first responders to show up to our school anytime we go into any type of lockdown. Also, last year we purchased a weapons detection system, which we deploy periodically in the schools, just to not to try to catch kids with a vape or something. Really, just focus on keeping weapons out of our school. And we do it periodically. It's not something that we do every single day, just because we want to keep our students on their toes, kind of to make sure that to make them want to come to a safe school and not bring any type of outside objects that could harm them physically or their health or anybody there or anybody else. We actually purchased another another weapons detection system, so we'll have two. That way we don't have to focus on only bus riders when we do it, or we can do car riders also, do them at the same time and have them at two access points in our school. We will be utilizing them at all our home football games and home basketball games. So when you show up, part of our stadium guidelines is there will be a security checkpoint, and you have to walk through this security checkpoint in order to get into our stadium. The next thing, we just received a grant, which we're going to update some, update our locks and our key system to get into our school, which is long overdue, and it's just going to help us secure our school better to keep everybody safe. The last thing, which I'm excited for, we'll see how it goes. I'm teaming up with our social worker for the school, and we're going to start a student safety group. That way we get students involved in planning our drills and get our students involved in our drills to help. They could be actors or they can help anyway, because our students are our eyes and ears of the school. They're going to know when something's going to happen or when something is happening before teachers or myself. So what we want to do is get them involved in everything we do regarding safety, just because without safe schools we can't learn. So that's our goal, and that's going. We'll put out flyers and hopefully get some volunteers rather than forcing people to be on it. So we'll see how that goes. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief.
On behalf of the board, to our community that's watching in our community here, thank you so much for your ongoing support as we've implemented a lot of these safety protocols, including even the protocols at the stadium. As we have heard across the state and of course across the nation and even close to us, there's been unfortunate events that have occurred, and we know that our community is a safe community, that our neighbors are safe neighbors, but we want to make sure that we're protecting us from those who we don't know who may join us. And so our goal is for you to make sure that as you're at any event, your children can go unaccompanied anywhere to get a soda, to go to the restroom, and you get to sit back and enjoy things. That is what makes us special, and we want to keep that. And so I thank Chief Harrelson, our local sheriff's department, and this board, and your support for helping us implement those safety protocols. Thank you so much. The next is some fantastic news about our literacy scores. We will just show a quick little graph. You will see that we are the ones in the bright gold. We have exceeded across grades 3 through 8, where the state measures that on milestones. We have exceeded the state in all grades. We have one grade that we were still working on, but we have exceeded the state average. We've actually exceeded the proficiency level in reading. And not only did we do this through the work of our teachers, the support of our community, but it is our students taking reading seriously, which lends itself into these AP and these dual enrollment classes. And today, our state superintendent came down to our elementary school and presented them a state award for being a literacy leader. We were the only school in the district for 3rd grade that reached that. And so again, congratulations to our elementary school for setting the stage about reading so that this can happen, because we know that our students must have reading skills to be successful. So congratulations, elementary school. And the last bit of information is just a reminder that we are changing our November date. It was scheduled for November 14th, and that will now be November 21st. So November 21st. And that's all I have for information only.
All righty, thank you so very much. Now we're going to go to the part that everybody's excited about and here for, because it's not to come hear us talk. It is that student and employee recognition, because that's what we want to do, is focus on those kids that are successful and those employees that are successful. So now we'll turn the time over to for you guys for that presentation.
Ms. Hurd, we will begin with elementary.
Good evening. Oops.
I think it's at the bottom to turn it on.
Dun, dun, dun. Gotcha. Good evening.
Bam.
It gives me great pleasure to stand before you to present our Employee of the Month and our Students of the Month. And we are going to start with our Employee of the Month. Our Employee of the Month is our very new music teacher, Miss Eva Fry.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now you have to stand up here where I put you on the spot. Well, first of all, I will start with the interview. From the moment we met her, it was like she was part of the Chatco family. Very personable, bubbly personality, and we knew we wanted her to be a part of our school. And she has lived up to that first impression. She has made such a big impact on our students in such a short amount of time. She has taken to her new role with such style and grace. She enriches each student she serves with her love of music and her sweet personality. Ms. Fry has made a conscious effort to build relationships not just with our students, but also with our staff. We love her and we love her enthusiasm for all that she does. She volunteered to help with car riders, and that's a big feat. And we so greatly appreciated that. And she continues to work with our staff to make sure that Car Rider flows each and every afternoon. We are so grateful to have her as a part of our CCEC staff. Congratulations. Thank you. And now for our Students of the Month. And we'll start with our youngest student of the month, Kendall Terry in pre-K. And I don't think Kendall is with us tonight. We will go on to our next Student of the Month in kindergarten, Gabriella Reyes. And Gabriella is not with us. So we'll move on to first grade, and I know he is here with us, Lucas Taveras, our first grade Student of the Month.
He's gonna
Come on
moonwalk
up.
Attaboy.
Congratulations, Lucas. You're welcome, right here, sweetie. And Lucas's first grade teacher has this to say. He's already shown great improvement during these first few weeks of school. He has always been very kind to his classmates every day and is so very respectful. He is a great helper in the classroom and an all-around great student. Congratulations, Lucas. And our second grade Student of the Month is Cannon Copels. And Cannon is not with us tonight. We will move on to our third grade student who is with us, Sasha Trillo.
Good job, Sasha.
Sweetie. And Sasha's teachers have this to say. Sasha walks right into class and gets straight to work. She is never reminded at what should be done, and once she has finished the required assignment, she will ask, what else does she need to do? Sasha is goal-oriented and always does her very, very best. And her teacher recently shared with me that they had a change in seating assignments, and Sasha was next to someone, let's say, that chatted too much. And so Sasha went to the teacher and asked if she could have her seating changed because she needed to be focused for work. And we appreciate that about Sasha.
Good job, Sasha.
Congratulations, Sasha.
Great.
And our fourth grade Student of the Month is Kari Jones. Kari's teacher had this to share about Kari. Kari is a positive role model for the rest of his class. He always comes to class prepared and ready for the day. He works hard at achieving his goals and is always willing to lend a helping hand. He is a wonderful and very polite student, and I'm so very happy to nominate him as Student of the Month. He's very deserving. Congratulations, Kari. And our fifth grade Student of the Month is Riley Welch. And Riley's teachers have this to say about her. Riley has been an awesome role model for other fifth graders thus far and has worked to her fullest potential since the very first day of the school year. She completes all of her assignments and works very hard to do so. She participates in all areas and brings her needed supplies to school each day like clockwork. I can depend on Riley not only to be a great role model, even when she thinks others are not watching, but also to be honest, help out in any way, and do it with a smile. Riley is a wonderful young lady, and I'm thankful to be teaching her this school year. Congratulations, Riley. And congratulations to our Employee of the Month and all of our Students of the Month. Thank you.
Next, we'll have Miss Jones from our middle school.
We're going to do you first, okay? We'll do you first. Hold on to those, okay? Good evening. I'm Miss Jones, a new principal at Chatco Middle School. Yay, Middle School Panthers. I'll start with my staff member of the month. You see already she's always on duty. Just always willing to help, but I'll read to you what her coworkers said. They said, Coach Harris goes above and beyond to encourage and motivate our students. She cares about their academics as well as their overall well-being. She is always willing to help wherever help is needed. And I can attest to that because I have called her at the last minute and say, hey, come do lunch duty with me, and she's always right there. She'll skip lunch just to come help me, and I really appreciate her help. Congratulations, Ms. Harris. There you go. Now start with our 6th grade student of the month. It's Mr. Alex Mercado. I hope I said his name right. Alex is a very hard worker. He's respectful, willing to help others, and is willing to go the extra mile. I know from being in the classroom that he recently made a 105 on his math test. He was upset because he didn't make all the full credit. He wanted the 110, but he got 105. And we are so proud of him and his motivation to just do well and go that extra mile. Congratulations, Alex. My 7th grade student of the month is Addison Tyra. If you have our Facebook page, you have seen her recently on our Facebook page. She has demonstrated Panther pride, and I'll just read to you what her teacher said. Addison has a positive attitude every day and tries her hardest to find answers when she doesn't know something. She is a leader in her class and participates regularly as well as sets a good example for her peers. Congratulations, Addison. Addison, can you come back for a second and get your certificate? Sorry. Then 8th grade student of the month is Olivia Torres. I don't think she's here today. But her teacher says that Olivia comes into my ELA Connections class at the end of the day and makes my jaw drop by doing her daily responses. She is always citing textual evidence and always gives me 110%, even so late in the day. Most students would be done and not trying to impress. However, that is not the case for her. She strives to do her best and is always asking for her data and how to better herself. And I can say I worked with her today with a group of girls in my office. They are putting together a presentation for something they want to see change in our school. Nothing bad, something good, I promise you. But she impressed me with her skills with PowerPoint. I wish she were here today, but we'll make sure we tell her tomorrow. This concludes our award ceremony. Congratulations to everyone. So we'll start again with our Teacher of the Month, and our Teacher of the Month is Carson Greer. So I can list all the things that Coach Greer does at Chatco because I've been here a whole 12 days. And actually, I can almost because he is my official greeter. He greets me every day, and he's a Facebook stalker because he looked me up. And now, Coach Greer is a health teacher, a coach, an athletic director, an FCA leader, the official greeter, and he's so impressive. He has over 100 children in his FCA leadership group. That's not the group that meets every Friday. That's the leaders. He's given away over 100 Bibles this year. He serves his community, but most importantly, he serves God, and he loves his students and his fellow teachers and his staff, and we are so lucky to have Mr. Greer at Chatco High School. All right, our 9th grade student of the month is Russell Camp. Is Russell here? I'm going to read what his teacher said. Russell is an all-around great student. He's punctual, hardworking, and kind to those around him. He has a great attitude and works consistently to stay on top of his music. Our 10th grade student of the month is Malaysia Harris. Malaysia. I'm sorry, Malaysia. Malaysia is hardworking and dedicated student inside and outside the classroom. She's always working to improve her skills so that she can perform her best. She balances a high grade point average while also being a leader in both band and JROTC. Malaysia is a true leader and a great role model for all students. We are lucky to have her here at Chatco. Our 11th grade student of the month is Modapari Agber. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This student is in Mr. Beveridge's homeroom in FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. Every time I see her, she's working on her schoolwork or looking for something to do to be productive. In FBLA meetings, despite being new to the community and to the school, she's a natural leader and has volunteered to draft local chapter bylaws and officer responsibility documents to help the club and her clubmates who want to run for officer positions. She has a can-do attitude and always tries to be helpful. Congratulations. Our 12th grade student of the month is William Lopez. Is William here? I'll just read what William's teacher wrote about him. William has done amazing work academically in English and currently has a 98 average. William has a happy demeanor every day when he comes into class. He asks how my day is going. He tells me goodbye and to have a great day. When he leaves, there are these little things that show his character and his good attitude. He likes discussing the book he's reading and how it relates to his life. Ms. Holland's proud of the hard work he's doing in class.
Okay. So we're at the point now where we've seen all the babies get their awards. We want you to take pictures of those guys. So we're going to have a 5-minute pause that'll give you the opportunity to come in front of the little Chatco banner, get a great picture with your kid holding your stuff up, and then we'll reconvene after about a 5-minute break.
And if any of you need to leave after your pictures, you're welcome.
Yes,
You're
you don't
welcome
have
to stay.
But we'd love for you to stay. Yeah.
But we understand that it is a work and school
Yeah.
night, so we appreciate your attendance and thank you so much.
said that, but who was I talking to? Yeah, I couldn't remember who it was. I was like, hey, tell your friends. All right, hey, we're going to go ahead and fire this thing back up as you're exiting. Thank you so much for staying. You can go across this way if you need to. You don't have to go out that door. Okay, good. Then go out that door. All right, I just didn't want you to, feel like you couldn't cut across. All right, we're going to move ahead into our action agenda that is going to require a little bit of voting. So let's get prepped for that, and you're up.
The first is personnel, and you have a slate of employees. There is only one, and that is a recommendation for hire.
Anybody got any questions on this one?
She is already a certified counselor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And experienced with 20 years.
Oh, okay.
How quick can we say yes, I guess is the question on this one, right?
Ask for the motionary.
All right, who wants to motion? That's my girl right there. And second?
I'll second.
Laura for the second. Oh, sorry, Shirley. And all in favor? All right, thank you very much. Moving on.
The next is the board policy that we had on the table last month for comment, and that was in regards to our sick leave bank.
Yep.
And that is to allow our policy to represent the spirit of the law and our regulation to have the details.
Yep. Any questions on this one? Motion to accept it as written. Okay, Shanae. Shirley for my second. Thank you, Shirley. All in favor?
Yes.
All righty, passes. Okay.
And the next one is very exciting. If you remember last year, you voted to take reserve funds and put them in a savings account, and we have done that. This is now to vote to allow those reserve funds. They are still attributed to our general fund. We would keep them in savings, but we would actually put them in a fund for capital projects to start building for the future.
Any questions on this, on how we're moving this money and why?
You would always have the ability to
We could
move it back to general funds
quickly.
if we needed to for expenses.
Yeah, like an immediate kind of thing. It's a pretty quick, that was my first question, was like, hey, are we trapped into the next 40 years? And no, it's right now, so we can absolutely move it like that. So, any other questions, concerns, comments? All right, vote to pass this as written.
I motion it.
Shirley, Teresa, hold on, Shirley, Teresa, all in favor? Okay, thank you very much.
I just want to again share to our community how exciting it is that you have the forward thinking to prepare 10, 15 years down the road. And this will make that happen.
All right, this is the second favorite part of the evening, is for everybody that signed up for public participation. The floor is now yours. Oh.
We had no one sign up
No
for
one.
public participation.
All right, well, I guess that was quick. All right, thanks for no one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move into our executive session, and so we'll need the motion to do that.
I'll make the motion.
Shanae
I'll second.
and Laura, all in favor? All right, we'll be back just momentarily. We're going to run into our executive session. If you want to stay, you can stay. If not, except for you guys, everybody else gets to leave, but the camera team, you're out of luck. Christy, come sign this real quickly so we can send Ms. Berg. No.
Sign it so she can be on
That
her
way she can
way.
get out of here.
Oh, I know, that's perfect.